We all face setbacks, right? Moments that feel like the end of the road, or at least a major detour we didn't ask for. But what if I told you that sometimes our biggest failures can pave the way for our most significant breakthroughs? It sounds a bit cliche, I know, but I've lived it. Today, I want to share a personal story about exactly that, how one crushing failure led to what I consider my biggest career breakthrough. A few years ago, I had my heart, my mind, everything set on a specific role. It was what I considered my dream job at the time. I spent weeks, no months, preparing. I researched the company inside out, networked with anyone who would talk to me, tailored my resume until it was a work of art, and practiced for the interviews until I could recite my answers in my sleep. I was convinced this was it, the big break I'd been working towards. I poured all my energy into this one basket, and then the email landed. You know the one. Thank you for your interest, but we've decided to move forward with other candidates. It was a polite standard rejection, but it felt like a personal blow. I was devastated. All that effort, all that hope, it felt like it had vanished into thin air. For a good while, I was lost. I questioned my abilities, my choices, even my ambition. Was I not good enough? Did I misread the entire situation? The self-doubt was overwhelming. After the initial sting wore off, and believe me, it took a while, I started to do something crucial. I reflected not just on what I might have done wrong in the interview process, but on the role itself and what I truly wanted from my career. I asked myself some tough questions. Why did I want that specific job so badly? Was it the title, the company prestige, or the actual work? What skills was I really passionate about using every day? This period of introspection was uncomfortable but incredibly illuminating. The failure, this big rejection, forced me to look beyond the shiny surface of that dream job. And here's where the shift started to happen. I realized that while I admired the company, the specific role might not have been the perfect fit for my core strengths or my long term aspirations. The work involved certain aspects I wasn't genuinely excited about, aspects I had glossed over in my pursuit of the dream. Because I wasn't laser focused on that one path anymore, I started exploring other avenues. I began looking into areas that genuinely intrigued me, skills I'd always wanted to develop but had put on the back burner. I took a couple of online courses in a field that was related but distinct from my original target. I started a small side project just to practice these new skills with no real expectation other than learning. Then an unexpected opportunity came up. It wasn't in the industry I'd initially targeted, nor was it the job title I'd obsessed over. But it perfectly leveraged these new skills I'd been developing, the ones I was genuinely enjoying.
And it aligned much better with what I now understood to be my true passions and how I wanted to contribute. I applied, feeling more curious and less desperate than before, and I got it. This new role, this unexpected path, became my biggest career breakthrough. It offered growth, fulfillment, and challenges that excited me in ways the dream job probably never would have. It felt authentic. The work was engaging, and I was using skills I loved in an environment that truly valued them. So what's the big takeaway from all this? That failure, that painful rejection, wasn't a roadblock. It was actually a detour sign pointing me to a much better, more fitting route. It taught me three crucial things. First, rejection is often redirection. It closes one door, sometimes to nudge you towards another, potentially better one. Second, self-reflection after a setback is incredibly powerful. Don't just mourn the loss, analyze it. Understand what you can learn about yourself and your desires. And third, be open to unexpected paths. Your dream might evolve as you evolve, and that's perfectly okay. Sometimes the best opportunities are the ones you didn't even know you were looking for. If you're facing a failure right now in your career or any part of your life, I encourage you. Don't let it define you. Let it refine you. Look for the lesson, the pivot, the hidden opportunity within that setback. You might just be surprised where it leads. Have you ever had a failure turn into something amazing? I'd love to hear your stories.